doing today? I am Eric Anderson. This is the Grid Grooves channel, where we take the idea of the grid from the Drumline Cats and we actually make it a point to apply it to the drum set. So today, my one sole singular goal for you is to break down this construct of the 4-2-1 grid that I kind of previewed last week. And the purpose behind this is that I want you to see and understand how this grid works. So we're going to break it down stage by stage. Each stage is 4 measures long. And then we're going to put the whole thing together after we've broken it down by stages. And then we're just going to take that up to speed. But I want to ask you this before I actually launch into this, from one drummer to another. What is the one thing about drums that excites you the most? Is it just the raw power and the energy? Is it the pocket and the groove? Is it doing more, is it doing more with less and getting creative? Is it the fills? Is it the beats and the rhythms? I mean, there's so many different aspects to playing the drums, and I would just love to hear from you. That's something that just excites you the most about the drums. So definitely please leave that down in the comments below, because I just want to make sure that I'm not the only one out here that's digging on some drums. So let's get into this here. So I'm going to wind my metronome down to 50 beats a minute, and we're going to launch into this the construct of the 4-2-1 grid system. So the first stage, which is called stage 1 by me, right? We play each of the accent tap patterns that you see right up there. We play each one of those 4 times. So, but instead of playing the accent on the snare, I'm just going to place that on one of my rack toms. So what it sounds like is this. It's just 1, 2, stage 1, ready, go. So stage 2, which we launch into right after stage 1, is we play each accent tap pattern twice, and then we move on to the next one, and then we repeat that sequence 1 time. So this also is 4 measures long, and it goes like this. Waiting for the click to come around. So here goes 1, 2, stage 2, ready, go. 1, 3, red, yellow, again, green, red, yellow, and stop. So that's stage 2 right there. And stage 3, we do each rhythm 1 time, and then to each of the toms, and we do that sequence 4 times over. So it sounds like this. So it's 1, 2, stage 3, ready, go. 1, 3, red, yellow, green, red, yellow, blue, green, red, yellow, right? So there it is. Those are the 3 parts, the 3 stages of the grid. So now I'm going to put the whole thing together at 50 beats a minute, and it sounds like this. Here we go. So 1, 2, 1, 2, all of them go. here for just a moment, and I gotta ask here real quick, with respect to the construct of the grid, the 4, 2, 1, or the stage 1, 2, and 3 systems, what is there anything in this that still does not make sense? Because the idea behind this construct is that it's a 12-bar repeating system where when you get to the end, you just go right back to the beginning and you run it over and over again. So please, if you do have any questions, if you're still not quite sure about this, number one, just back this video up and just watch that explanation of stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, and then how it's all put together. And also, if you're still not sure after doing that, please leave some comments down below, ask your questions, and I will do everything I can in future videos to better explain the system and how it works and how it's going to be applied to the drum set. So check this out. I just like to do this because it's a great exercise. I'm taking my metronome up to 100 beats a minute, and I'm going to play the exact same thing again at 100 beats, which is twice as fast as what I showed you. So it would go like this. So 1, 2, 1, 2, all go. Right? So that right there is just an explanation of the grid system and how the grid system works. Now, what I don't want you to think is that, well, this grid system is just all about just doing little exercises. It's like, no, yes, it is exercise intensive, but you have to look beyond what you're doing today and look to what you're going to be doing in the future. This one in particular is about going through the mechanics and the motion of moving yourself around the drum set so that when you sit down to play live and when you sit down at rehearsals and it's time to do whatever kind of fill that you want to do, your movement around the drum set just flows out a lot more naturally so that you're not tight and all choked up and losing control of the tempo or dropping sticks or whatever the case may be, right? And I say that for this reason because at the beginning of this video, I was just kind of noodling around with a pretty basic drum beat, and then I was throwing a fill in after every, I would do three measures worth of a basic beat, and then I would throw in a 1 measure fill. Well, that 1 measure fill was actually one run through stage 3, just 1 bar of stage 3. So I want to sit down and do that again just to put the whole thing in context as we wrap it up. So here we go. So have 1, 2, 1. So as you can see, very basic. I'm not trying to blow anybody's socks off or anything like that. It's just showing you that off of this work on the grid that you can very easily throw this right into your playing, and don't be surprised when it just starts to flow out of you naturally. So my friends, thank you very much for tuning in. This is a wrap here. We're pretty much done with this. My goal for this video has been to break down the 4-2-1 grid system into its construct into those 3 stages. Stage 1, where you play each rhythm 4 times and then move on to the next one. Stage 2, where you play each rhythm twice before moving on and you play that sequence twice. And then finally, stage 3, you play each rhythm once and you play that sequence 4 times. So, and the sole intent of this is to give you a different approach to unlocking your own creativity on the drum set. Today it was with toms, but you never know what I'm going to do next week. So definitely please tune in and let's see what happens here. As I get ready to get out of here, I gotta ask this because it's like what everybody does on YouTube. I would love to get some likes and subscribes, but only because this content is actually helping you grow your skills as a drummer. But even more so than the likes and subscribes, what I would really love to have, what I'd love to see is your comments, your thoughts, your ideas, your opinions, and your questions down in the comments below. Because I want to engage with you and hear your questions and understand what you want to know and how you want to apply this to the drum set. And I will be more than happy to start crafting ideas and videos that will answer the questions that you have so that you can get more out of this. Because ultimately, my friends, my singular goal is just to help you all get better at playing drums by giving you a different approach or a unique approach that I've not seen anybody else develop. So I decided to start working on it for myself. So I am Eric Anderson. This is the Grid Grooves channel. We're done for this video. That's my rumor and I am sticking to it. All right, bye-bye.